Picture this: every time you see a tumor, your immune system is supposed to be the body's elite special forces. Yet, for decades, certain cancers have managed to fool these soldiers into standing down. Today, we're diving deep into a secret war happening inside our bodies where T cells are discovering an entirely new battlefield strategy. What if I told you that the key to beating leukemia lies not in attacking the cancer directly, but in exploiting a hidden communication channel the tumor never knew existed? We're about to reveal how scientists have cracked the code on a revolutionary pathway that turns the tide against acute myeloid leukemia, and why this discovery could redefine cancer immunotherapy forever. For years, the medical community believed that T cells needed a specific handshake to recognize cancer cells as enemies. They had to find what we call major histocompatibility complex molecules on the surface of the tumor. It was like a security guard needing a badge to enter a building. Without it, they did nothing. But researchers at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center have shattered this dogma. They found that T cells can launch a silent invasion through CD64, a receptor previously thought to be irrelevant in this context. Think of it as an unlocked backdoor. In acute myeloid leukemia, the cancer cells are creating a protective environment that usually masks their presence from the immune system. However, our latest research shows that T cells can bypass the usual MHC recognition system entirely. They identify the CD64 pathway on these cells and initiate an attack immediately. This isn't just theoretical. It represents a paradigm shift in how we view cancer immunity. The tumor is learning to hide behind this old shield, but the new weapon has found a way through, suggesting that our bodies are far more capable of fighting back than we ever imagined. But how exactly does this CD64 pathway work? It turns out there is a secondary mechanism involving a signaling molecule known as IL-33 and its receptor, IL-1RL1. These leukemia cells have evolved to create a bubble of protection around themselves, effectively neutralizing the signals meant to trigger an immune response. By targeting and killing cells carrying this specific IL-1RL1 marker, scientists were able to prompt the immune system to switch into high gear. The result was a surge in CD8 plus T cells, the body's primary infection-fighting soldiers, which then went on to attack the cancer cells with unprecedented aggression. This discovery explains why AML is so sensitive to immune-based treatments. The cancer is vulnerable because it has created this specific vulnerability. It's like realizing that a fortress has a weak wall you can breach once. By blocking the IL-33 IL-1RL1 signal, we effectively remove the armor of the leukemia cells, allowing the natural defense mechanisms of the body to take over and dismantle the tumor from the inside out. This dual pathway approach offers a much more robust strategy than simply trying to force T cells to recognize every single cell type individually. Now, you might be thinking, if cancer cells can hide behind these pathways, won't they just evolve new ways to protect themselves? This is the counterargument that has kept many scientists up at night. If we focus solely on CD64 or IL-33, wouldn't the leukemia adapt and become resistant within a few months? The data suggests otherwise because this pathway relies on an unconventional form of T-cell-mediated killing that the cancer hasn't evolved to stop yet. Unlike traditional chemotherapy, which kills rapidly dividing cells indiscriminately, this immune-based approach targets specific molecular signatures. However, the challenge remains in sustaining this response long enough for the tumor to collapse completely. We are seeing evidence that these hidden pathways create a feedback loop, where the initial attack triggers a broader immune response that the cancer cannot easily replicate. The key is timing and precision. If we can maintain the activation of these CD8 plus cells while simultaneously suppressing the IL-33 signal, we might be able to keep the cancer in a state of constant defensive retreat until it succumbs. It's an arms race where our side has just found a weapon the enemy didn't expect us to have in our arsenal. So, what does this mean for patients and researchers moving forward? The implications are staggering. We are no longer bound by the outdated rule that T cells must see an MHC molecule before they act. This opens the door for entirely new classes of immunotherapies designed to boost CD64 activity or block IL-33 in a way that favors the immune system. Imagine treatments that don't just weaken the cancer, but actively recruit your own body's best soldiers to do the heavy lifting. We could see a future where patients with acute myeloid leukemia respond better than ever before, perhaps even achieving remission through enhanced natural immunity rather than toxic drugs. The discovery that T cells can attack without the usual recognition system is not just a scientific footnote. It is a beacon of hope for millions. It proves that our immune systems are resilient and adaptable if we give them the right tools to find their targets. The era of fighting cancer through pure brute force may be ending, replaced by a more elegant solution where the body does what it was designed to do: protect itself. The science behind this hidden T-cell strategy is nothing short of miraculous, proving that our bodies hold secrets we've only just begun to unlock. By understanding how CD64 and IL-33 interact to bypass traditional immune recognition, we are paving the way for a new generation of cancer treatments that harness natural immunity with surgical precision. If you found this breakdown of the latest breakthrough in leukemia research as fascinating as I did, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update on the front lines of medical science. Drop a comment below telling me which part of this immune system mystery surprised you the most. We read every single one and love hearing your thoughts on how our bodies fight back.